Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Sacred Sensuality. I'm doing another reading today, and today's topic is about the shadow side of your sensual nature. I wanted to dig a little bit deeper into this because being sensual is kind of my thing. So, look, I'm looking at the past, present, and possible future that some of you may go through. It looks like in the past you were dealing with someone who was possibly struggling, or should I say, juggling you and another person. And I felt like this person maybe came in and love bombed you, or either you were the one delivering the love bomb. Sisters reading is mostly about the collective, but somehow I don't really get necessarily a relationship energy, more so like a situation for validation, more like a situation of somebody saying, I want to see how far I can go or how far I can take this, or basically how can they take the bait for sexual reasons. It was your confidence that attracted this person to you. It seems to me that everybody pretty much knows about their own sensual nature, right? At least I hope so. But when you think about sensuality, most people think of sex. No, it's a lot more than that. But let's break down the basics. The basics is the senses, the touch, hear, see, smell, right? Taste. You are probably more than likely a person who has good taste, and you know how to pick them, if so to speak, if that makes sense. But I feel like you were possibly in a state of confusion with this person's actions towards you. You could also have displaced sensual nature, which means that maybe some of you use it to kind of get what you want instead of using it to better yourself. But I'm feeling that, and that's no judgment. I'm feeling that you were not gentle with yourself with whatever situation this was. You could have been love bombed. It could have been a very just overwhelming situation for some of you, or you could have overwhelmed yourself by knowing that you're having so many choices. And I take this as it resonates because I'm getting more so for both sides. Knowing that you have so many choices on how to express yourself sensually, but not knowing how to apply them. Or knowing that you have all of these attributes about yourself, but you're spreading yourself so thin to different parts. And these days we do have to juggle, lives at our times sometimes, but it feels like some of you may not have felt that you were in a balanced energy. But I feel more so like deep down inside, you know what lies there. It's about discovering that one main thing and letting everything else fall into place. What is that one main thing about your sensual nature that you like? Find that and let it fall into place. Because trying to juggle, oh, I'm sexy, I'm working, I have this, I have that, I'm this, that, and the other, it can create a pressure on you. You can place unrealistic expectations on yourself and project that out, so everybody else may look at you, oh, this is the perfect person, they have it all together. You could have also been seen as selfish, or this person is selfish, or you looked at them in that way of having it all together, when really somebody is so confused. And the confusion lies in the craving of expressing the self, the craving of being devoted to that person to express yourself to, right? Now I'm looking at presently. The present energy seems a little bit more settled. I don't know exactly who some of you guys could be dealing with if you are. And once again, this could just be you by yourself. But I'm feeling that you could be getting ready to step into a new type of energy, or preparing, or you have stepped into this new type of energy of reinventing yourself, right? I'm seeing, I would just say this. I don't know why I'm being told this. I would just say this. Be careful of showing off. Not at this time. You should be showing off. Okay? There could be somebody preying on that nature of yours. And I also feel that, when you are a sensual person, you are a person who knows their senses, knows their pleasures. It could be seen as, your energy can be seen as, it could be abused because you don't necessarily know what to do with it. It looks so far the future is going to be better. Some of you may be in redirecting yourself, starting over. Some of you could be in a depressed state, which is really affecting you. To be honest, you have a lot of thoughts and worries and on your mind. You could also be in communication with someone who is making you feel this way. It's throwing you off balance. It's funny how you have the Two of Pentacles in the past and you have the Temperance in the present. But this is really throwing you off balance because it feels as if someone could be around you that's a little bit traditional, or you may be traditional and fighting that side of yourself that should be engaged with your senses. It's like you're being taken out of body, so to speak. And you're not allowed to be yourself. And I feel that for some of you, that could be one of your worries. Like, I really want to be this type of person. I really want to change. I really want to start over. I really want to even try again, for some of you, with, a person that you were dealing with. Some of you could have been raised very religiously. Or I'm also feeling that for some of you too, you could be trying to place yourself in a spiritual mode. Maybe for some of you, you feel that if I gain a footing in my spirituality, if I settle myself a little bit in what I feel should be spiritually matched with me, then that is going to settle me. As a secret, that actually can settle you. A lot of people don't know that. I am one of those people that believe that if you have a spiritual system, it doesn't matter what you practice, doesn't matter who you believe in, that's nobody's business but yours and source, right? If you have a spiritual foundation, everything in your life is going to fall into place. And there's so many reasons that I can't get into right now why everything will fall into place, but your spiritual foundation, it helps build you. It helps build you into a better person. The only thing I will say with that is, as a warning, don't put yourself so spiritually high that you are looking at others and you feel that they're beneath you, because what goes up can come down with this magician energy. You won't be using that sensual part of you, right? And having a sensual nature and even a sexual nature is very, very close to your spiritual nature. A lot of people don't know how to integrate that, or they feel that there are certain things that they can't indulge in because of their spirituality or because of their religion. You have to remind yourself that is nobody else's business but yours, right? And your partner, whoever you with. Hell, even if you're doing it by yourself, that is nobody else's business. I also feel here that some of you could have fallen for a religious leader. They could have offered you some activities, or you did have that type of activity, and I feel like they may have wanted you to, I'm hearing submit. They could have wanted you to submit to them in a way, and here you are just being sweet and innocent and giving, not even offering yourself, giving up yourself as an actual offering, wanting to see where this can go, where this can take you. But I feel for many of you, you could have been taken advantage of by someone. If it's not a religious leader or a spiritual leader, it is somebody that is probably very immersed in their religion, or their spirituality is just very important to them. And that could be something like, I feel like they may talk to you a lot about it, and it weighs on you mentally. It weighs on you, on your conscience. Like you feel like, okay, I have to change. I have to be better. I have to do this in order to stay with this person. And you could have even explored their side of spirituality or religion. Some of you have a view of where you want to go next. It's just that you don't. I feel like, I don't know, I'm really feeling that for some of you, you're just under a lot of stress, a lot of worry, whether it's with this person juggling, different things in life and not being able to invest in yourself the way you want to, the way you would like to be expressive and to show yourself the way you would like to. I'm feeling that for some of you that could be an issue, because ultimately, from what I see here, you want to change. You want to go into a different direction. This can be, for example, for some feminines. As a feminine woman myself, and feminine, take it how it resonates, I try my best to stay in my soft girl energy, but I also balance that out using my masculine with my day job. You see where I'm going here? I know in my day job I must exercise authority in some things. I know in my day job I really have to exercise a lot of boundaries. So I have to make sure that when I'm off work, I leave work where it is. Although I work from home, I have to leave work in the office. I do not want to take that into my bedroom, my bathroom, or my kitchen, which are some of my most sacred places. Because there is where I am doing my rituals, if you understand what I mean. Bathing, showering, self-pleasure, and things of that nature, right? I also feel that for some of you, you may want to even talk to a professional. I'm getting a lot of suppression of self and manipulation and confusion. When I look towards the future, your future looks a little interesting for some of you who this may apply to. Whether this is a person that you're dealing with, and for some of you, I feel that it could be. Because I didn't necessarily get a new person. Although we're not going to dismiss that because this isn't a personal. However, you're due for a status upgrade. You're due for a status upgrade. I feel that for some of you, there could be a promotion coming, a new job coming, more money. And what do you do with more money and you call yourself a feminine, or hell, even a masculine person that loves to invest in themselves? And I'm not just talking about taking classes, going to school, getting certifications. Yes, all of that counts. However, what else is important with investment of the self? You need money for those Clinique products. And I don't even use Clinique. You need money for those scented candles that you like. You need money to keep your electricity so that you can continue up with your own rituals. So, from what I see here, you definitely do for a status upgrade. And this is because in the present, you want to change. You're trying to change. You're trying to have a new beginning with something. Somebody is going to offer something to you, but the offer is not yet fully matured. And I feel that for some of you, you're not going to necessarily be at a crossroads. It's more like I'm going to be thinking about it, because there could be something else possibly out there, and you're absolutely right. There's always something else out there. There's always somebody better. And even for some of you, if you're having an issue with that, case in point, you can't afford to take care of your nails anymore. You can't afford to go to the nail salon anymore. I feel that for some of you, you may be deciding and thinking, what is it that I have to get rid of while still maintaining myself, my sensual nature, the things that I like to look at on myself, the things that I like to be within myself and to feel within myself. So you could be looking at you could have some opportunities coming, and you're just exploring which ones that make you feel the best. What's funny here is when I look more so at the tarot, I feel that I'm really getting this for a person that you're dealing with, whether it's past or present, or you're going to deal with. You may feel like you're not being heard enough. You're not understood. You're not validated with your feelings. And what goes back to the Hierophant here is, with being so traditional and whatnot, somebody wants children. They want to have a family with you, or you want to have a family with them. And that could be the worry too, the worry that maybe I'm not going to be able to be a mom or be able to take care of my children. That could be a problem too. Some of you, there is some type of third party energy. Third parties is not just specifically another person, which it could be. It could be multiple people. But I feel that this third party energy is making you hold on so tight to something that you may feel valuable that should be coming to an end. This is something that's supposed to happen in the future, right? Whatever it is that you know that you're holding on to, it has to be released. Something in you is begging to be moved to calmer waters, to something else. I feel that for some of you, it could also be a person with a third party energy. And once again, reinforcing that it's not always a person. It could be job. It could be somebody. It can even actually, when I'm looking at this card, it could actually be somebody not making enough time for the other to express those senses and those things that need to be validated and heard and felt. And they could be juggling a job, 2 jobs it looks like for some people, or you could. But they're holding on for dear life for this. And honestly, at this time of life that we're in with this crazy, with everything that's going on right now in the world, 2 jobs for most people is not even an option anymore. It's becoming a necessity. Let's look at the price of groceries, for instance, So I feel that for some of you, if that is the case, this could be creating tension within you and your person. Somebody feels like they're trying to be controlled. Things are going to be revealed to you that you're not going to like. I feel that for many of you who didn't know that you were under some type of control, that somebody could have been holding on to you, even just for the sake of the third party, whatever, or whoever that is. More like to say, I'm holding on to you because you're a collector's item. It's leading to some type of heartbreak, some type of hurt. So there is going to be the tension that is building, that has been building. It's going to come out, and someone is going to get hurt, which is going to cause the ending. But in this ending, I'm seeing somebody not letting go. For some of you, you could also be the third party that this person wants to move forward to. And you could have been waiting, and now you're just tired of waiting. Yeah. You're tired of waiting. I feel that whatever the situation is, and I don't say this often, I don't say this often at all, because I am very much so an eye for an eye type of person. But what Spirit is saying here is have compassion for that person. There's something that you don't know that's going to be revealed to you. There's something about yourself that's going to be revealed to you. That is why you've been told with one of these cards I have here, be gentle with yourself in your past. It's also showing in your future. I feel like the compassion is going to help you understand. Although as tired as hell as you may be, as over it as you may be, whether it's a person or just yourself, grow that compassion within you. Because someone is going to want to talk this whole situation over. They want you to understand why they hold on to you. You, in addition, may even be told to have a conversation with your damn self, honestly. Where is it in your life that you are so hard on yourself on? That's the shadow side of your sensuality. You're not allowing yourself to feel. You're not allowing yourself to be in the moment. And for some of you who are feeling single, but there's nobody in the world, I feel like some of you really need to talk to someone. You have needs and feelings, and you want to get it out. You want to discuss how you've been feeling. You want some damn compassion. You want to talk to somebody about what's going on inside of you. It doesn't matter the situation. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship or, a job or something. It's you are actually even being encouraged here to speak with someone. What I found interesting is that the Devil card flew out. When I asked why, the Queen of Wands flew out. For those of you that are dealing with a person, they are addicted to your energy. They are addicted to your energy. I keep wanting to say sensitive, your sensual nature. It does something to them that makes them want to control you. it does something to them that makes them want to hold on to you. It causes so much conflict, and that type of energy can also be a third party type of energy, because honestly, you're dealing with that person and you're dealing with their insecurities, and there you are. Period. So it's like sometimes you're dealing with two people and you don't even know it. One minute you love me, one minute you're so addicted and so insecure, because let's be honest. All of the queens have some type of sensual nature to them. But the Queen of Wands is so magnetic. She can't help it. She can't help it. It's just that she's just so sexy. She's just so confident. She's just so into herself. She doesn't take BS. She's like, I know I have options. I know I can go anywhere I want to. But that's why someone is holding on to you for dear life. Because your sensual nature, you may have helped this person tap into something they didn't even know lived there, which could have been something sensual about them that they know. But I feel like for some of you, you could have helped this person tap into living in the moment. And because you are a person who helped open their eyes and help them see a different perspective, that's why they're holding on to you. Because they're like, if you can show me one thing, I know you can show me more. But with this conversation that needs to be had, because I have here, can we just talk it over? A conversation should not be avoided at this time. Someone is basically going to say they're done pretending. You're looking for the truth, the intentions, and the honesty. Why the hell do you hold on to me so much? Why do you want to control me so much? And even within yourself, I'm feeling that for some of you who are single, with this double energy here, your toxic trait could be talking negative to yourself, not even realizing how beautiful and sexy and attractive you are. So that conversation with self needs to be had. Tap into your senses. That conversation with self needs to be had. Because there is something. Now, I am one of those people that believes that your sensuality, your sexuality, it is attached very strongly to your soul. Okay? Your soul is done pretending. It knows that it's the shadow. It knows that it's the shadow preventing you from being yourself. And for some of you, it knows that the shadow is sick and freaking tired of this person that you're dealing with. They're over it. They're ready to lay the burdens down. They're tired of the tension. The tension of the fact that you're very attractive. The tension of the fact that you're very valuable. Things that you can't necessarily help. You know, you can't help that you were born beautiful. You can't help that you were born sexy. No one can help that. It's just something you grew into. And for some of you, that type of energy can be too mature for an insecure person. And that makes them want to contain you. That makes them want to put their foot on your neck, because to them, you are too much. Plain and simple. And that's why I think the status upgrade, that's where the status upgrade is coming from. You're due for a status upgrade in the future. Make this conversation that needs to happen, like I said, whether it's with a person or with self or with source. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, have this conversation. I would say with this sun card being here as just as an advice. If you listen to this reading in its entirety, I would say before you go to sleep, ask for clarity on where it is you should start so that you can become this person that you want to be, or so that you can begin to let go of this thing that's causing tension, this toxic, addictive energy, this negative talk, self-talk. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, you guys. I've been up all freaking day. But it's saying that with the sun here, ask for those things that you don't know that's holding you back, or that you don't know that you're holding on to a little bit too freaking much. Ask for it to be revealed to you before you go to sleep, and I guarantee you'll get your answer. Just try your best not to get up and go do stuff right away. Lay there and think about your dream. But once again, if this is a person, you've just been told to have a compassion, some type of compassion for this person, because that behavior didn't just pop up out of nowhere. That's something that's been within this person. When I see people who are overly controlled, I'm dealing with one right now. He's not overly controlled, but he's a person that likes to be in control, and he likes to control the narrative of our relationship, right? And no, I'm not exactly in one, but he likes to control it, right? I understand that that came from his background. And I have compassion for him for that, because he has certain desires and things that he wants to fulfill and he can't. In his mind, that programming that's been in his head is hard to get out. And with some people, it is like talking to a brick wall. It's just at some point that tension is going to break. It is going to cause somebody to be heartbroken. It is going to cause an end. I feel that some of you could have felt minimized with this person, or you're minimizing yourself because of societal rules. And that's your toxic trait for some of you. You're not allowing yourself to be who you are. If you want blue hair, go dye your hair freaking blue. I don't like blue hair, but my opinion doesn't matter, right? Be yourself. And don't look back in the past as if it was just something that was just that bad. That it was something, it was just another hurdle in life. It was just another bad thing that you had to get over. Don't look at it like that. It had to be learned. It had to go through, because it's teaching you, honestly, devotion to yourself. Devotion to yourself is the first rule of law. Self-preservation. Some of you are due for a very strong emotional release, a renewal of self, healing of self. You're due for that. And that can help you tap back in to the healthy side of your sensual nature. Okay? And one of these days I'll get into a very deep discussion about sensuality, because a lot of people attach it to sex, or they attach it to your actions, how you act. It's a lot more than being sensual than that. And that is the part that especially feminines we have to get back to, because the sensual self is the actual self. So with that being said, you guys, that is the end of this reading. I do thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed the reading, and you have yourself a good night.